Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here we have an article straight from T-Mobile's newsroom. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So as I told you guys in an earlier video today, the Ookla reports are out and T-Mobile is the network champion. Again, that's according to T-Mobile. You take that for whatever it's worth to you. But T-Mobile, according to the data, is the network champion. Using real data from real people, T-Mobile's network once again reigns supreme in the latest third-party report from Ookla. So now we have Open Signal saying it, we have Ookla, and now we saw JD Power still shows Verizon being the best in 4 out of the 6 regions. And now we just wait for the second half of the root metrics testing. So since being the first to launch 5G, the Un-carrier's network has continuously outperformed itself and its competitors, quickly emerging as the leader in 5G. Now, for over 2 years, the Un-carrier has dominated not only 5G, but for its overall network capabilities. The latest report from Ookla, a global leader in network intelligence and connectivity insights, once again confirms T-Mobile as the top network performer in the nation in its speed test connectivity report. And then you have a quote from Ulf. He's in charge of the network, and then you can see the initial reporting in the article below, so you guys can check that out. So T-Mobile has opportunity to further extend the lead in the speed category. They have C-band still to deploy, which is being spotted in a few more regions. I saw a post on that earlier on X. So there's a bit more C-band being deployed, but they can only deploy that in around like 50 markets, right? So I don't want to say it's limited, but it's not a license that they own nationwide, and it's for the most part only around 40 megahertz. But I do fully believe that spectrum is fully included in the guidance of 12 million FWA customers by 2028. They have to have taken that into consideration. So that's another spectrum that'll increase the 5G speed, because C-band will not be deployed on any LTE. It's going to be straight 5G SA. So that'll increase the 5G speed. And then T-Mobile still has spectrum to refarm to move to 5G. That will also further increase the 5G speed. Probably will decrease some of the LTE, but it'll very likely should increase the 5G speed so that it'll still boost the overall speeds regardless. And that's AWS, right? The N66. For my market, as an example, they have AWS 1 and AWS 3. So that's spectrum that they can still move to 5G. I still fully expect them to leave a small slice of that on LTE. They did the same thing when they moved from HSPA to LTE. They left like 5 megahertz of the AWS on HSPA. So I fully anticipate them doing that on when they transition over to 5G, right? I mean, they're already transitioning to 5G, but once they transition that AWS more and more and more over the 5G, I fully expect them to leave at least 5 megahertz on LTE for the time being. I fully expect PCS to be 100% moved over at some point, and then they will leave AWS on LTE in markets where they have band 12, which is also not nationwide. I don't expect band 12 to move over at all. I expect that to remain on LTE. It's not really a big boost for 5G. At some point in the future, I could see that band N12 being moved over, but for now, they're going to leave that on LTE. They have a high percentage of customers already on 5G devices. They will work to get to 90, 95, 100% eventually. It's going to take some time, but they have an opportunity to really take their 5G network to like that next level, where it's like, okay, you have that, you really have that gap for 3, 4, or 5 years, whatever the case may be. And not allowing the competition to really get any closer, right? Verizon is, you can say they're relatively close, right? They're not too far off. On the 5G side, they're at 185 and T-Mobile's at 242. Right, Verizon is continuing to scale their C-band. They're continuing to add sites. So Verizon has nowhere to go but up. And as I've said, and I still maintain, they will have the best 5G network once it's all said and done. So we'll see what the turnout is. We'll wait for the root metrics, but I also fully anticipate root metrics to show T-Mobile as the fastest. So that will be something that we can all agree on. Like, all the testing shows T-Mobile being the fastest. So we can make the assumption and the opinion that, yes, T-Mobile is the fastest network in the United States. But we'll wait for root, and then we'll check on root metrics for everything else. We'll see how much T-Mobile improved once they report the second half, and then we'll form an opinion once root metrics is out. But for now, the Ookla report is out. T-Mobile, according to them, is the network champion. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.